Hello and welcome to this episode of the English Idioms series. Today we're looking at the idiom to blow your own trumpet. So as always, we'll begin with the meaning, we'll look at some pronunciation features, and then we'll explore a couple of examples thinking about the grammar that sits around this idiom. So, to blow your own trumpet. The meaning is to tell everyone proudly about your achievements, and that comes from Cambridge Online Dictionary. If you think about it, a trumpet is a very loud and noticeable musical instrument, so it's something that people are going to hear. And if you're blowing your own trumpet, you are the one adding the energy to this noise that everyone's listening to. So hopefully you can get that sense that the link between the words we see here, to blow your own trumpet, and the meaning is that you are there being very loud, getting everybody to notice you, telling them about what you've done. In terms of flavour, I think that this idiom can be used both positively and negatively. So we'll look at some example sentences in a moment, but for example, if I'm complaining about a person, I might complain about them blowing their own trumpet. But equally, if my friend is achieving something and being very quiet about it and is a little embarrassed to tell people, I may well say to my friend, no, come on, blow your own trumpet. So I think that you can use this idiom with a positive or a negative feeling, and the context is what would tell you. So if you hear this being used, pay close attention to the context so that you can decide if the person is either being criticised or being encouraged to share their achievements. So thinking about pronunciation then, as always, we've got that potential weak to, which is to blow. And we've got this word your, and potentially that can have a weak form of yeah. Now, where you see the script there in light blue, we've got this small r on the right hand side. That becomes activated if there is a vowel sound after the word. So the word your, because I'm from England, and it's a non-rhotic accent generally speaking, that means that we don't activate this R sound. I'm from the Midlands area of England, and yeah, where I'm from generally people don't activate this R. In different parts of the UK though, you're going to hear this activated really strongly. But here that teeny R is there waiting to be activated, and it becomes the linking R. And it activates because of the vowel that comes next in own. So the weak form in isolation would be y, but then when I put it next to the word own, your own. So that little r happens, your own. And if I was using the strong form, it would be your own. But if we go weak, your own. So I'll say the idiom with a strong form and then a weak form so that you can hear a comparison. So first with the strong form, and I'll go with both strong forms. To blow your own trumpet. And that feels quite slow and a little more formal. So if we want to make it less formal and a bit more relaxed, put those two weak forms in. To blow your own trumpet. So hopefully you can hear the difference there. So thinking about some examples then. Number one, he's such a bragger. He's always blowing his own trumpet. So hopefully you get the feeling there, particularly with that word bragger, that I am criticising this guy. If I say this sentence, I think that he's praising himself too much. And we often use this always ing structure as a criticism, as a way of doing criticism. So in number one, you can feel the context is not particularly positive. Sentence two, I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I think I made a pretty good job of that presentation. So this one's interesting. I'm saying I think I did a good job, but I'm putting in a disclaimer at the beginning saying, you know, I don't want to be arrogant. I don't want to sound like I think I'm great, but. So this person is acknowledging that it could sound a little arrogant that they say this sentence, so they're trying to soften the blow. So it feels for me like a fairly sort of neutral sentence, number 2. I'm thinking about how we can use this idiom if we want to change times. So in number 1, he's always blowing his own trumpet, so that always ing is a repeated habitual action. Number 2, I don't want to blow my own trumpet is about now. We're in present simple. I don't want to do something. So if we want to change the time of this idiom, we need to do something with the word blow. So past tense blew, present perfect have blown. We change blow to a different form, and you might want to also tweak the grammar in front of the idiom. So that's how you would go about using it in a different context, in a different time. And with that said, have a go, have a think about a context where you could use this idiom to blow your own trumpet, put it into a sentence or even a slightly longer paragraph if you're feeling enthusiastic. Pop it in the comments section below and I can give you some feedback on the grammar that you've used and the context you've created. So have a go, get involved. So we're finished for today. If you found that useful, go ahead and hit like, and if you haven't already, then subscribe to the channel to stay up to date. Check out the playlist for lots of other idioms that you can work with. English is full of idiomatic language, and it can be a really useful thing, particularly if you're preparing for an exam, to get to know this element of the language so that you're not surprised when you encounter these idioms. You don't necessarily want to litter your own speech with too many idioms, but being able to recognise them and understand what they mean is really useful. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a lovely day.